and that's the thing too. I always challenge parents not to be dream killers.
Yeah.
I think Khalil Gibran said it best. They're not yours really. You're giving your children back. They're reflections of you to a degree, but they're their own people. They really are.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Artist Pivot Podcast. I am your host, Ayana Major Bay, and I happen to be an actor, voiceover artist, mentor, and world traveler. This is a bi-weekly show featuring conversations about pivots and life lessons from the perspective of artists, those who work in and around the arts, and arts educators. Everyone possesses the ability to pivot. You just have to be reminded sometimes, and that is what I am here to do. To stay up to date and in the know about merchandise, exclusive content, and how to support the show, please subscribe to the newsletter at ayanabay.com/podcast. That's AYANABEY.com/podcast. This is part 2 of my conversation with Johnathan Lee Iverson. Enjoy. No, it is. It is. And so I wanted to, the one thing that's still sticking with me is how you and Anna had that very parallel lives, but in completely different arenas. She's an acrobat, you're a singer, but it's no, we kind of had the same path. We had teachers that were we're not giving up on you. We see how much potential we have, and we're going to teach you, to have this commitment and to not give up. But yet you're on other sides of the world. Yeah. You've come into this world in different bodies, but you've had parallel experiences, and then you meet when you're supposed to meet and be wait a minute, what? Yeah. All of us are a lot more similar than we are different.
Oh yeah.
But the world is going to tell us we're so different. We're, we don't have things in common, but it's it's quite the opposite. We have so many things in common, and that also is kind of a relief when you're wait, you went through that too? Yeah. So did I.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing. That's why I'm kind of on this mission. The more and more I see, it's so interesting that I would end up here, in circus, because it really does speak to what I was when I was growing up in New York City, which is, this incredible melting pot, if you will. Yeah. I was always just curious about people, and I always had different types of friends.
Yeah.
And my mother was always one of these people who, again, she would teach me in that, how to be yourself and to also experience others and to love people where they are. Yeah. It was just really, I was really gifted, blessed in that respect. And so that kind of curiosity, I remember I dated this woman, when I was really young, and she was funny. She said, "You know what? I think She said, I think you're going to marry a really exotic woman." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I just think you're going to." So, because there's something about you. I think your wife is probably going to be mixed with everything. My wife is mixed with everything. And so it's funny because I have these kind of curious, interesting takes that really you go, oh my gosh, you're just in a different you come in a different package, but we're kind of like the same people. You just your hair is just straighter or something, or your lips are fuller, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And it is my hope. I think art is so powerful that it has the potential of destroying those walls. And it was something I experienced especially when I was at LaGuardia High School. Yeah. I don't remember bullying because there's something about kids being busy, having a goal, having their superpower, having it being celebrated. We had kids of every kind of, when I think about it, I was like, man, you had kids who were all the way out. Yeah. And proud, and nobody said anything. They were damn, he can dance, man. We got to get him to choreograph.
Right.
Wow, she can play. Oh, he could draw that. Oh, man, you can sing that. Wait, it's like, I guess you're so preoccupied creating and actually beautifying things and experimenting and actually challenging each other. I mean, back then we could have heated arguments about social and still be friends. Like it wasn't personal. Like it wasn't like I hate you. Like now it's so polarized. I think honestly, my dream is that, we do have STEAM education, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. I think it all is it's very crucial to the full development of the human being. And I think I feel I'm concerned for this generation because they're not given this beautiful artistic outlet. Like every other kid you see nowadays has some kind of quirk and what have you. I'm like really? Like, man, like I think a lot of it is just bottled up creative energy that's misdirected, that's been repressed, that isn't encouraged. They don't know what to do with it because nobody's going, oh, that's what you are, Yeah. Try this. Or, we don't let children be scientists anymore. What happened to letting them fall in dirt and bump their heads and scrape their knees and create beautiful accidents that turn into, oh, that's the purpose. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oops. Right. Like let them get messy.